This is a presentation of the Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. High school sports are on the air and online. Watch this game at the Orioles Sports Network Facebook group or YouTube channel and listen to this game via radio at 102.7 WMOM, smart devices like Amazon Alexa and Google Home, or via streaming audio at WMOM.FM. This game is a presentation of the following sponsors: House of Flavors Manufacturing, House of Flavors Restaurant, Safe Harbor Credit Union, Indian Summer Co-op, Smith & Eddy Insurance. Also in part by PM Builders, Benedict's Collision, Lundquist Furniture, Crown and Cork Waterfront Kitchen, Ludington Paint and Glass. In addition, today's game is brought to you by Urca Auto Center, Team Jamie Loney 5-Star Real Estate, McGee Insurance, Ludington Chiropractic, and Groundworks Landscaping. Now it's time to bring you all the action with Todd Scoop Hansen and the team live here on the Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.
Greetings and salutations, Oriole Nation. Welcome to Ludington Oriole Basketball on 102.7 WMOM and the Orioles Sports Network. Scoop Hansen, the voice of the Orioles, with you on the play-by-play call tonight, joined by Big Country Matthew Westhouse. He'll be my sidekick doing color commentary. And we'll also have Julia Havman here as the OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer. We're back at Big Rapids for the second straight night. Our girls took care of business last night, Big Country. They downed the Remus Chippewa Hills Warriors by the score of 62-26. So they'll be back here tomorrow night taking on the Hart Pirates. That should be a great ball game. And you know the communities of Hart and Ludington are going to be here supporting both teams tomorrow night, but tonight we got a big game between the Ludington Oriole boys team and the Clare Pioneers. Ludington comes into this game with an overall record of 18-6. They finished 10-2 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes. The Clare Pioneers are out of the Jack Pine Conference. They finished 16-8. They are 16-8, I should say, on the season, and they were 10-4 in the Jack Pine Conference. They were runner-up in that conference. Only one common opponent, the Reed City Coyotes. Ludington just defeated them in the district championship 41-34. And the Clare Pioneers, when they played Reed City, they fell to the Coyotes by the score of 45-42. What do you take of that, Big Country?
Yeah, like we've said before, it's all about matchups. That Reed City team was very good. I think they were very well coached. Defensively, it was one of the best teams I've seen all year. I mean, to hold our Ludington Orioles to just over 40 points, it was our lowest scoring game of the year. So we'll see if, Clare, I'm sure, was watching that game. They've seen film on it. They saw what Reed City did right. And, hopefully I'm sure Coach Shank has made some adjustments too, so it'll be an interesting game. Some good karma for Oriole fans looking for some good news. In 2017, when the Ludington boys went to the Breslin, they were state runner-up that year. Their regional opener was against the Clare Pioneers. That game took place at Cadillac High School. We all know how that season ended for the Orioles, a magical ride all the way to the Class B state championship game where they fell to the New Haven Rockets. But what a season that was for Ludington back in 2017. And this 2023-24 team trying to create that type of magic, Big Country. Yeah, that would be awesome. Just continue to make history. Coach Shanks had a legendary career here. Obviously, these last 7 years have been, like you said, magical. So hopefully we can keep it rolling. Yep. We want to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. Right now, we're going to step aside and listen to the interview I did earlier today with Oriole head coach Thad Shank. When we return, more of the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show right here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned, Oriole Nation. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. I'm with Coach Thad Shank, and Coach, your boys coming off that exciting, thrilling 41-34 victory over the Reed City Coyotes on Friday night at Manistee to capture the district championship and move on to regional play. And they are back in action tonight at Big Rapids High School against the 16-8 Clare Pioneers out of the Jack Pine Conference. Clare is coached by Byron Shunk, and they finished 10-4 in the Jack Pine Conference, good for second place in that
Conference. What can you tell Oriole Nation about the Clare Pioneers?
They're a strong physical team. They got some guys who are just built very stocky and built very well. They play very hard. They play great half-court man-to-man defense, and they're one of the first teams we've seen this year who really likes to try to throw the ball inside. Their post player, Miles Haggert's had a great year. He's not huge. He's 6'3", but he's 230, 240, and he's just a big physical kid that does a nice job scoring around the rim, and he's got range to three. We got Richie Montgomery, number 32, who's probably their best perimeter player, good three-point shooter. They're just a solid basketball team that I think probably kind of like us is playing their best basketball this season right now.
You're saying Cam Gunsel's going to have his hands full tonight?
Well, I mean, Cam's done a good job, and every time we've asked him to step up in certain situations this year, so I don't expect any different. But, we are not a very big team. Now, this team is not, height-wise, is not huge. They're just physically pretty big and strong.
Looks like Alma, I'm looking at their scores, Coach. A lot of scores in the 50s, lots of scores in the 40s. Their high output is 75 against Harrison. They did that not too long back. They had a 70-point game, but a lot of wins at our lower scoring games. Do they like to slow the tempo of the game?
Well, they play in the half court. They like to play in the half court, and they will use some delay tactics on occasion to kind of slow the game down. They get out in transition all right. They're good athletes, but they're definitely playing a disciplined half-court style of basketball under their new coach.
I was looking at Ludington's summary from this past year, 18-6 to this point, 10-2 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes. I looked at the 6 losses, Coach. Said 3 of those came to Division I schools, 2 losses to the league champion Whitehall, and then the 5-point loss to the Spring Lake Lakers. In Spring Lake, they're on another March Madness run, aren't they?
Well, Spring Lake, they play in that OK conference right there, and they had an injury and lost a player at the beginning of the year, and they've been battling each and every night to try to gain some momentum. So I mean, they're a wrong team to play this time of year. I mean, I'm sure we all know they're well coached, but I'm sure they're starting those guys who maybe weren't supposed to fill as big a roles have started to get comfortable in those roles, and they're playing the best basketball at the right time.
The Orioles win on Friday night. What made you the happiest about that victory?
I was very happy with our half-court defense again. I thought defensively, we've been very solid the past 3 or 4 games, especially in the half-court and our man-to-man. I like the fact that we didn't give up very many easy baskets, and we had guys. We have the tendency to gamble and go after things, and there's positives with that. That creates offense from our defense, but at the same time, in the past we've given up a lot of easy baskets, and I thought we picked our spots better probably than we had during the year. We picked our spots and when to go and try to take the ball from our opponent and stuff like that. We didn't put ourselves in disadvantaged situations very often in that basketball game. So that was probably the thing I was probably most proud of.
Your starting lineup tonight, Coach?
Tonight at the guards, we will start Dave Schillinger and Gage Jones and Spencer Holmes. At the forwards, we'll start Joe Bentz and Cameron Gunsel.
The Ludington Orioles against the Clare Pioneers tonight at Big Rapids, a regional number 9 semifinal game. The winner will play the winner of the Kingsford versus Sault Ste. Marie game on Thursday at Gaylord High School. Good luck, Coach, to you tonight. Good luck to your Orioles. We'll talk to you after the ball game.
Thanks, Scoop.
Welcome back to Big Rapids High School. We want to thank Pure Marquette Builders, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. They're located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. PM Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. If you're looking to build, give Scott Latimer a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. And I've got one thing to say to you, Ludington. You would be extremely proud. Of course, the Orioles are known to travel very well. And Big Country, I'm looking down now at the Oriole student section. It's kind of dwarfing the Clare student section, although that section is starting to pick up a little bit of steam. And you're looking down right in front of us. It's a sea of orange.
Yeah, it's a very intimidating sight, I'm sure, for these Clare players, and it's awesome that we get so many people to travel. I know as a player, it's deeply appreciated, everything that this community does to support the basketball team. It's awesome.
The orange out in full effect here, and I know on the way here you and I talked a little bit about the last time you played competitively in this building, and it was a sour note, a real sad a game, or the Orioles lost by a point to the Big Rapids Cardinals in last year's district opener. But you said, hey, Scoop, I actually have been in that building one time since then, and that was for the Big Rapids Heart game.
Yep, some not so great memories in this gym, but we're trying to turn it around this year. We'll come away with a win tonight, hopefully, and get some good memories here.
We're actually going to be starting this game up. Well, it's going to start pretty much on time, but they started the clock a little bit early for the. So that's why we were on the air with the pregame show a bit earlier. The national anthem will be happening here momentarily, and you'll be listening to that, Oriole Nation. All of you folks out there on the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM, you'll hear that national anthem. Again, we're in postseason play right now, so we cannot be bringing you commercials. We can still do shout-outs for our sponsors, but it is just a live audio feed, no video. So with that said, we're getting set for this regional number 9, Division II game between the Ludington Orioles and the Clare Pioneers. And right now we're going to let you hear the public address announcer.
2024 Division II Boys Basketball Tournament. We expect a great game today, including great sportsmanship being displayed by all parties involved toward each other and towards the game officials. Remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
There you have our national anthem. A big crowd here tonight at Big Rapids High School, and we'd like to thank the Big Rapids Athletic Director, Dawn Thompson, and her crew here. They have really been good to us. They've rolled the red carpet out, and we appreciate that.
And now let's meet the starting
Here are the starting lineups, sponsored by Pierre Marquette Builders.
Clare High School and the Orioles of Ludington.
First for the Clare Pioneers, coached by Byron Shunk. Starting at the guards, number 0, Ryan Lauch. He is a junior. Also, number 2, Nick Porter. He is a senior. The third guard, number 33, Dane Alexander, just a freshman. The starting forwards for the Pioneers, number 23, Miles Haggart. He is a senior. And number 32, Richie Montgomery. He is a senior. Those are 2 players that Coach Shank specifically mentioned in his pregame interview earlier today.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Shank has coached the team up well, kind of game plan for those guys specifically. Can't let them get into a rhythm.
Yep. For the Ludington Orioles, coached by Thad Shank, Starting at the guards, number 5, Spencer Holmes. He is a senior. Also number 23, Gage Jones, a senior. And number 13, David Sunshine Schillinger, also a senior. Starting forwards, number 25, Joe Benz, a senior. And number 44, Cam C-Money Gunsel, just a sophomore. And to see the maturation of Cam Gunsel this year, I mean, he improves each and every game. He's a joy to watch, as is all of this Ludington Oriole team.
Yeah, Cameron Gunsel, like you said, he's a joy to watch. I love it when he plays aggressive. His biggest strength is driving to the basket and finishing through contact. He'll go in waves through games where he seems to shy away from the contact a little bit, isn't quite as aggressive, but there's times where he really just puts his head down, drives to the hoop, and when he does that, great things happen.
Again, only one common opponent between these two schools, the Reed City Coyotes. Ludington defeated Reed City this past Friday, 41-34 in the district number 35 Division II championship game at Manistee, 41-34. Reed City Reed City defeated Clare in the regular season by the score of 45-42. And here we go, the start of the Regional 9 Division II game, tip controlled by the Ludington Orioles. And with the ball, Joe Benz. Ludington in their white jerseys. They have orange lettering and black numerals trimmed in orange. Clare in their dark green jerseys. And they have black lettering trimmed in white and white numerals. Sunshine Schillinger with the basketball. David on the drive. Now he'll give it to Cam Gunsel. Gunsel goes baseline. That's quickly closed off by Clare's Miles Haggart. Now with the ball, Gage Jones to Schillinger. Back to Jones. Gage Jones on the drive to Gunsel. He'll give it now. Holmes for 3. No good. Rebound, Clare. Here come the Clare Pioneers. Dane Alexander with it. Alexander now will give the ball to Nick Porter. Porter, three-pointer up and off the mark right there. That shot was put up by Richie Montgomery. Now here comes Gage Jones. He'll give it now to Holmes, back to Jones. 1 minute into the game. There's a shot put up and no good there by Cam Gunsel. Gunsel in the paint with about a 11-footer right there. Now here come the Clare Pioneers.
This isn't the offensive start I was looking for out of the Orioles. That first possession, it took them about a minute, and we didn't get anything good. It's just a lot of drive and kick, a lot like it was versus Reed City.
Miles Haggart, Coach Shank said he's about 6'3", a big boy, about 240 pounds. And he's with it now. He'll give the ball to Ryan Loach. Loach back out now to Richie Montgomery. We could see a lot of the same type of game we saw Friday night against Reed City here with the Clare Pioneers.
I agree. This Clare team looks like they're great on defense and just like to slow the game down on offense. They definitely have the size advantage over us tonight.
Yeah. Clare with the basketball. Haggart. Haggart will give it now to Nick Porter. 6:02 to go in the opening quarter. No score yet from Big Rapids High School. Regional basketball action. The Ludington Orioles 18-6 and the Clare Pioneers 16-8.
I don't know if this is Clare's game plan, but they're looking a little lost on offense. I mean, they got the ball 10 feet behind the three-point line, and they're just passing back and forth. Our man-to-man defense is doing a great job keeping them out.
Look how far the Orioles have them backed up here. And Schillinger with the steal. Sunshine, he'll take it in, and good! And he's fouled! Sunshine gets the basket and the foul. We're 2.5 minutes into the game, Sunshine, or 2.5 minutes into the game there, Big Country.
Yeah, that was a real smart play by David Schillinger. You know, it was a 2-on-1 opportunity. He kept the ball himself because he thought he could draw the foul. He did, and he makes the basket.
You had a great point right there, great observation when you said, look how far Ludington has Clare offense out.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the game plan going into tonight, but Clare wasn't even able to get within 10 feet of the three-point line on that last possession.
All right, Schillinger gets the free throw, and the Orioles have a 3-0 lead. 5:28 to go in the opening quarter.
We're also coming out in a full-court press here.
All right, Clare brings the ball up. That's Nick Porter with it. Porter, he'll give it to the big guy, Miles Haggart. Back to Porter. Winner of this game will play on Thursday at Gaylord High School against the winner of the Kingsford Flivers and the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils. That game taking place tonight in the Upper Peninsula. Or actually, it might be at Gaylord. I'll double check that, Big Country. There's the steal. Schillinger David now, he'll slow things up. Now he'll take the three. No good. Long rebound there to Ryan Loach. And now here comes the Clare Pioneers. Porter with it. He'll go inside. Shot up and good. And scoring the bucket, 32, Richie Montgomery. Ludington 3, Clare 2. Gunsel, Schillinger, now to Holmes for three. Good! Right there, sister. Spencer Holmes drills the three from the far baseline.
You love to see Spencer Holmes get hot early. He had a rough game against Reed City. Hopefully he can get rid of those woes here tonight.
Ludington 5, make that Ludington 6. Ludington 6, Clare 2. Shot put up no good there by Richie Montgomery. And here come the Orioles, Schillinger with it. Daniel Ramirez getting set to check into the Oriole lineup. Gage Jones has the ball. Jones back to Schillinger. Schillinger to Jones. Now they'll give it up to Holmes. To Gunsel. Gunsel for three. No good. Rebound. Oh, good hustle there by Joe Benz. Back to Gunsel now. Gunsel will give it to Joe Benz. Benz down the lane, up and no good. And rebound to Clare's Miles Haggart. And he draws the foul. The foul will be called on Cam Gunsel. Love the aggressiveness by the Orioles so far.
Yeah, and especially Joe Benz. I mean, he got that. He was fighting for that offensive rebound. How many of those does he have this year where he just gets it through his grittiness?
Into the Oriole lineup, number 24, Daniel Ramirez. He is a senior. Daniel only 5'10", but I'll tell you what, he's one of the strongest rebounders on the team. And Clare Watson gets a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Ludington up 6-2, 3:38 to go in this opening quarter. Folks, Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee is our exclusive post-game sponsor. They are a caring business, foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Also, Groundworks Landscaping. Groundworks Landscaping is located at 5634 West Dewey Road. This time of year, Groundworks offers the following services: firewood sales and delivery, subcontracting, and general labor by the hour. Phone number 231-690-6994. That's Groundworks Landscaping. If we get any more snow, they do offer snow removal as well.
What I've noticed early on, they are leaving Cameron Gunsel wide open on the three-point line. He shot that last one. He doesn't like to shoot them. That was his 5th shot of the year. He hasn't made one yet, but he is a good shooter. He can knock it down. So if they keep leaving him open, I hope he keeps shooting it.
I'm impressed that you knew that was only his 5th three-point attempt of the season, Big Country.
Well, I asked him a couple days ago.
Yeah, you've done your homework. Here's a shot up by Clare. Good. A three-pointer up by Nick Porter. Ludington 6, Clare 5. Ramirez with it for the Orioles. He'll give it back now to Gage Jones, to Gunsel. Gunsel now to Holmes, to Gage Jones. Gage inside, shot up, no good. And rebound to Clare's number 23, Miles Haggart. Haggart will give the ball now to Nick Porter. Three-point attempt, no good. And Gage Jones has the ball. They said he stepped out of bounds when he got it. Again, Clare out of the Jack Pine Conference. They were the runner-up in that conference this year with a 10-4 record. Orioles play in the West Michigan Conference, Lakes Division. Clare basketball. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Ludington up by a point, 6-5. Clare with the basketball. That's Dane Alexander with it. Alexander, he'll give it now to Richie Montgomery. Montgomery to Porter. There's a steal created there by Schillinger. They'll get the ball ahead. David, take it in, up and good. No! They're going to call an offensive foul there on Sunshine Schillinger.
Yeah, David's not going to be happy with that call. I think it was probably the right call in that situation. The Clare defender had his feet set, and David jumped into him.
Into the Orioles lineup, 21, Jack Stidham. Also reporting back at number 25, Joe Benz. So you got Benz out there, you got Stidham, you got Gage Jones, Daniel Ramirez, and Spencer Holmes. 2:38 left in the opening quarter. Regional number 9, Division II game between the Ludington Orioles and the Clare Pioneers. The winner goes to Gaylord. There's a pass, got all the way through, shot up, no good. Rebound to Joe Benz. The winner will advance to Gaylord to play Thursday against the winner of the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils and the Kingsford Flivers. Couple of UP teams. All right, Ludington with the ball. Gage Jones has it. He'll give it now to Ramirez. Ramirez on the drive, back to Stidham for three. Good! nothing but net from three-point land.
Jack Stidham has been so consistent all year with that three-point shot. I know last Friday he came off the bench for Reed City and hit an important one, and here's another important one tonight.
Ludington up 9-5, 1:47 left in the opening quarter. With the basketball for Clare, Nick Porter. He wears jersey 2. He'll give it up now to Ryan Loach. I'd like to welcome all of Oriole Nation tuned in tonight, as well as all of Pioneer Nation who may be tuned in as well to the OSN and 102.7 WMOM.
Ludington continues to do this man press, keeping them 10 feet away from the three-point line, and it's working.
They'll get it inside, a little turnaround, good. Getting the basket for Clare, number 33, Dane Alexander. Ludington up 9-7, 1:13 left in the opening quarter. Stidham with it now. He'll give it to Gage Jones, now to Ramirez. Ramirez on the drive to Benz. They'll work it to Stidham. Stidham, Gage Jones for three. Good! Gage Jones nails the three-pointer. Big three.
We have come out shooting tonight. That's our third three of the night already.
Ludington girls hit 7 threes last night on their way to their victory. Ludington up 12-7 right now. 45 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Miles Haggart now. They'll get it into the corner. Richie Montgomery. Montgomery to Haggart. Haggart now over to Nick Porter.
We've switched up our defense a little bit. We're in a 1-2-2 zone now. We're still pressing far out, though.
Ludington student section really getting into it right now. We're down to 22 seconds left in this opening quarter from Big Rapids High School. Down to 7 seconds left. Big Rapids working the ball. 5 seconds, down to 4. There's a drive by Montgomery, shot off, no good. Rebound to Gage Jones, and that ends the first quarter. And your score in this regional number 9, Division II semifinal game between the Ludington Orioles and the Clare Pioneers. The Ludington Orioles 12, the Clare Pioneers 7. And right now we'd like to thank Ludington Chiropractic. If you are having back and neck pain and need to see a chiropractor to relieve that pain, go see Dr. Mark Yeck. I can tell you from firsthand experience, folks, he is awesome. He's my chiropractor. I've been seeing him since I retired from the Navy in August of 2004. No appointment is necessary to Ludington Chiropractic. It's strictly a walk-in clinic. That's Dr. Mark Yeck at Ludington Chiropractic, 5965 East Ludington Avenue, located next to Pizza Hut. For questions, call 231-843-1874. And Urca Auto Center. They are founded on trust, integrity, and respect. We are proud to offer these values in our sales and business practices so our customers keep returning. The vehicles on our lot have the best prices and quality in the area, so come by and see us today. The Urca family has been selling vehicles in Mason County for 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, 3736 West US 10. Call 845-6282. Big Country, what did you like best about that first quarter?
I liked our offensive efficiency. We came out, our very first possession, we were slow. We looked just how we did versus Reed City, just not a whole lot going on. You know, we're driving the ball in. We're not making big advantages for ourselves. We were knocking down the three-pointers here in the first quarter. I don't know if our shooting percentages are going to be able to continue to be that high the rest of the game, so I'd like to see us get to the rim a little bit more.
We've started play here in the second quarter. Clare with the basketball. Ryan Loach with it. Loach will give the ball up now to Ryan Rodenbow, who's checked into the game. Rodenbow wears jersey number 5. He has the basketball right now. There's a drive. They'll get it back out. Rodenbow with it. His shot blocked right there by Jack Stidham. Clare still maintains possession. Dane Alexander with it. This Ludington defense forces a turnover. They'll get the ball ahead. Cam Gutzel. Oh, no. Cam missed the shot right there. Here comes Clare. Got to have those, Big Country.
Yeah, he overlaid it a little bit. It happens. He's got to keep his head in the game here. Don't let that get to him.
Yep. Love the defensive pressure being applied by the Ludington Orioles right now. Gunsel on the floor with Stidham. Also, you have Jones out there, Schillinger, and Ramirez. There's a shot on the way. Up, no good. Rebound, Schillinger. David has the ball. Ludington up 12-7, 6:55 to go in the opening half. Gunsel has it now. He'll give it to Gage Jones. Now to Schillinger. David now to Stidham. Stidham to Schillinger. Dave goes baseline, ball batted out of bounds. Hey, we'd like to send our first shout out tonight to my longtime broadcast partner for football and basketball, Gary Castoni, back in Ludington listening tonight. I had a nice visit with Gary this afternoon. Great to see my former longtime broadcast partner.
Spencer Holmes is checked back in for Jack Stidham.
Gage Jones will get the ball into Schillinger. 6:36 to go. Schillinger shot up, no good. Coming up with the ball for Clare, number 5, Ryan Rodenbow. And now with it, you have Nick Porter. And Taj Williams getting set to check in, the Oriole freshman. He wears jersey number 2. Well, I'm thinking of Taj, is a shout out to Micah McCullough, who's tuned in tonight, my massage therapist. Saw her yesterday. Felt great doing the game last night, very relaxed. All right, Ludington up 12-7, 6:04 left. And there's a steal, Gage Jones with the steal. Gage takes it in, oh, too hard off the basket. A lot of contact there, Big Country. He went down. Ludington's missed two basic bunnies so far. And now there's fight for the ball. And who has it? Oh, what's being called here?
I believe the other referee came in and switched it. It will be Ludington ball.
That last steal by Gage, give credit to the Clare defender for getting back there, Big Country.
He did. We have forced a lot of turnovers early on. We are definitely winning the hustle battle so far.
And that's easy for us to sit up here from our vantage point here in the mezzanine and say, well, he missed a bunny. That's some hardcore competitive action going on down there right now.
Yep.
All right, Taj Williams into the Oriole lineup, the freshman. And Taj will give the ball to Ramirez. 5:33 to go. No scoring by either team so far in the second quarter. Ramirez shot up, no good. Ball fought for. Ramirez has it, loses it. Now Clare has it. Miles Haggart with it. Haggart will get the ball ahead to Richie Montgomery. Montgomery now to Rodenbow. Ball thrown out of bounds. Ludington basketball. And that's that Oriole defense playing some tenacious and ferocious defense.
Yeah, we were getting far up into him. He passed that ball into the second row of the crowd.
Schillinger with it. Again, the first quarter ended with Ludington up 12-7. That's where we stand right now. We have 5:03 remaining in the second quarter. Gunsel with it. Now to Ramirez. Ramirez. Holmes for 3. That's going to be short. I think that was deflected out of bounds. And they say last touch by Ludington. Into the Clare lineup, number 1, Jaden Arthur. He is a junior. Hey, folks, the McGee Insurance Group has been serving West Michigan since 1939. They provide quality insurance coverage tailored to fit your needs and budget. McGee Insurance services include auto, commercial, home, health, life, and umbrella insurance. The McGee Insurance Group, 5965 West US 10, located next door to Dr. Mark Yeck and Ludington Chiropractic. Call 231-845-5000. All right, Clare with the basketball. There's a baseline drive, shot up, no good. Clare with the rebound, up and in. Getting the basket, number 1, Jaden Arthur.
I did notice on our last offensive possession, they were sagging off of us on the three-point line, specifically Daniel Ramirez, and the Clare coach was not happy about that. He was yelling at his players to get out on it.
Schillinger, Williams up and, oh! What a basket by the freshman, Taj Williams. Schillinger with the assist. That was a work of art right there.
That was a beautiful reverse layup driving the baseline there.
Ludington up 14-9, 4:02 left in this opening half. Now a foul called on the Orioles, and they're going to call it, I believe, on Taj Williams.
Yeah, that was called on Taj. I know some of the Ludington fans here are wanting a hook call.
Into the Oriole lineup, number 25, Joe Benz. Also, let's see here. Benz is out there now with Holmes, Gage Jones, Schillinger, and Gunsel.
We got our starting lineup back out here again.
Orioles up 14-9, 3:53 to go in the opening half. Ludington was up 12-7 at the end of 1. They'll work it inside. Shot no good. Put back good. Getting the basket, their big guy, number 23, Miles Haggart.
Like I said earlier, they have a size mismatch on us tonight. Most of their scoring has come from, within 10 feet of the basket.
There's a ball deflected right there. Last touch by Clare. They knocked the ball away from Gage Jones out of bounds. It will be Ludington basketball. Into the lineup for the Clare Pioneers, number 11, Chase Randall. He is a junior.
We caught a break there a little bit. We lost possession of the ball, and it just got knocked out of bounds.
Gunsel with it. Gunsel in the lane. Shot up and no good. And fought for. Gunsel has it. Now he'll give it to Holmes. Shot. Good! Three-pointer for Spencer Holmes from the near baseline.
That was a great job by Cameron Gunsel. He had 3 guys guarding him down low, and he got his head up, found the open guy, and hit him for a nice in-rhythm three-pointer.
How about, yeah, as you said, Cam Gunsel, good hustle right there. Ludington up 17-11. 3:05 to go in the second quarter. Down low they go. Three-point attempt by Clare. Up, no good. Rebound to Gage Jones. He'll get it ahead now to Gunsel. Gunsel loses ball. We got another break there. It was last touched by the Clare Pioneers.
Yeah, another situation where we lose the ball and Clare just can't hold on. Caught another break.
Again, the Clare Pioneers 16-8 on the season, 10-4 in the Jack Pine Conference. They defeated Standy Sterling in overtime, 48-46 in their district championship game Friday night. Schillinger, that's going to be short. Gunsel with the rebound, and now he'll get the ball to Holmes. Holmes to Gage Jones. Jones, Schillinger fakes the three. Dave on the dribble now. He'll give the ball to Joe Benz. Benz to Holmes. Spencer Holmes. Holmes back out now to Gage Jones for three. That's going to be off the mark. Ball deflected. Cam Gunsel has it. Spencer Holmes. Holmes up. No good, but he's fouled. Spencer Holmes will go to the free throw line.
Our offensive rebounding has just been amazing so far early in this game. I know Joe Benz has a few. Cameron Gunsel has 2 or 3 straight possessions here where he's gotten them all by himself.
Spencer Holmes at the free throw line for the Orioles. First shot is up and good. Spencer now with 7 points in this first half. Couple of three-pointers and a free throw. Jack Stidham will return to the Oriole lineup. He wears jersey number 21. Again, the winner of this game earns the right to play at Gaylord High School on Thursday night against the winner of the Kingsford Sault Ste. Marie ball game. Second free throw, good. Spencer Holmes, 2 free throws right there. Ludington up by the score of 19-10. Orioles' biggest lead of the game, 9 points. Oriole defense, that's what Coach Shank said he was happiest about in that win against the Reed City Coyotes Friday night in Manistee.
Yeah, and we've come out and played that same tenacious defense tonight, holding him to 10 points through almost full 2 quarters.
March Madness. Clare, boy, Ludington is really making the Clare Pioneers work. And now a foul will be called on Jack Stidham. Jack trying to get around the Clare ball player right there.
I don't know if you can call it March Madness. I think this all comes down to this Ludington team just wants to win. It's been years since we've had success. 3 years since we've won the last district title. And
that's an eternity for the Ludington Orioles.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Clare with the basketball. 1:58 to go. Fast-moving first half here. And Clare with the ball. Ryan Loach has it. Loach at the free throw line now. He'll give it back to Miles Haggart. Over to Loach again. Loach loses the ball. Schillinger has it. David will get it ahead now, and it's saved momentarily there. Great hustle by. I was actually very surprised that Holmes was able to actually get to the ball. With the ball, number 1, Jaden Arthur. Arthur will give it now to Ryan Loach. 1:26, and now a timeout called by the Clare Pioneers. You look at the Clare Pioneers here, most of their games, they scored 50 points. A lot of games in the 40s, a lot of games in the 50s. Their high for the year, Big Country, was 75 against Harrison not too long back. They had a 70-point game against Farwell. Not too many games in the 60s, most in the 40s and 50s.
No, but if you notice, the other teams that they're playing are consistently in the 30s and 40s.
Exactly.
They have a very rigid defense that, we've been seeing it tonight.
Yeah. Well, they've held the Orioles to 19 points. The Orioles have held the Pioneers to 10 points, and we only have 1:24 left in the opening half.
And most of our 19 points have come off the three-point shot because they've been sagging off of us a little bit, and their coach was yelling at them not to do that. So I'm sure coming out in the second half when he's able to talk to them at halftime, that's not going to keep happening.
Want to thank Lundquist Furniture, another of our fine sponsors. Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368. Also a reminder, Dante, the microwave Vela, the assistant coach in the spotlight, and his interview will air at the intermission. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Clare with the basketball. Ludington up 19-10, 1:17 to go in the opening half. Orioles were up 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. I'd like to send a shout out to Shelby Sobraski listening tonight, along with her sister Jolie. Big Oriole fans. They're tuned into the OSN and listening to OSN and 102.7 WMOM. Shelby and Jolie Sobraski. And your dad is here. Girls, I talked with, ladies, I should say. I talked with him before the ball game. Had a good chat with him, and he's with the Schillinger contingency, and also Larry and Jeannie Anderson. All right, we're down to 41 seconds to go in this opening half.
I'm having a hard time telling if our defense is just so good that they're not able to get anything going on offense, or if this is what they want to happen. I mean, they are holding the ball 10 feet behind the three-point line, just passing around.
They are.
Maybe they're just holding for the last shot, but that's an interesting strategy when you're down 10 going into halftime.
Oh, now a foul will be called on Spencer Holmes, and we have 22 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ludington up 19-11. Was that an extra point just put up there for the Pioneers? Wasn't it 19-10?
It was 19-10.
Got to check on that because it was 19-10, and all of a sudden another point has appeared for, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. No, that is correct. That is 11. They missed a three-pointer.
Gotcha.
So it is 19-11, folks. 8-point lead for the Orioles. 6 seconds to go. There's a drive, deflected, shot put up, and no good. Oh, a foul called with 1 second to go in the half.
That is not what you want to be doing in that situation. It was a tough layup already. I would have liked to see Cameron Gunsel just hold off a little bit on that block attempt.
1 second left in the half. At the line for Clare. First free throw is good. That's sunk by Ryan Loach, his first point of the game. Orioles up 19-12. Second free throw, no good. Tipped, and there's the buzzer. And at the half here at Big Rapids High School, the regional number 9, Division II semifinal game. The Ludington Orioles 19, the Clare Pioneers 12. Ludington was up 12-7 at the end of one, and they're up 19-12 right now. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Only 7 points for the Orioles in the second quarter, and only 5 points for the Clare Pioneers. So you talk about two teams going at it defensively. Ludington up 19-12 right now, and points in that first half for the Clare Pioneers. 1 point for Ryan Loach, 2 for Jaden Arthur, 3 for Nick Porter, 2 for Miles Haggart, 2 for Richie Montgomery, and 2 for Dane Alexander. For the Ludington Orioles, 2 for Taj Williams, 8 for Spencer Holmes, 3 for David Sunshine Schillinger, 3 for Jack Stidham, and 3 for Gage Jones. Ludington only had 4 three-pointers, Big Country, and they only had 2 other field goals, and then they had 3 free throws. That was their point total right there.
Yeah, the bright spot so far has far and away been our defense. We've done a great job forcing turnovers. We have a lot of steals. It hasn't led to fast break scoring. Like you said, most of our points are coming off the three-point line. But if we continue to play this rigorous defense and force turnovers, that's going to turn into fast break points eventually.
Definitely. We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Where your success is our success, we belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington, or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union and Indian Summer Co-op, our exclusive assistant coach and the spotlight sponsor. Indian Summer, proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. We're going to step aside now, listen to the interview I did the other day with O's boys freshman coach and assistant varsity coach Dante the Microwave Vela. Stay tuned, O Nation. Welcome, Oriole Nation, to the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole assistant coach in the spotlight. We are with Coach Dante the Microwave Vela. He is the boys freshman coach, but this time of the year, with freshman season being over, he's one of Coach Thad Shank's plethora of coaches right now. Thad has a bunch of assistant coaches, and Dante, talk a little bit about this season for your boys freshman team first, and how good of a season it was, and what some of the highlights were.
So this year our freshman team finished the year 18-2. I think it's probably the most wins in a freshman team history in Ludington history. So that was pretty cool. This group of freshmen had 4 guys get moved up, so a lot of them were playing in positions that they're not usually in. A lot of them got more minutes. Some of them had to step in and be the man, so the ball was in their hands a lot more. So it was a great growing experience seeing these kids develop into the kids and players that they are now. So it's been really fun, really cool, and it was really enjoyable.
Dante's a 2017 graduate of LHS. He played on the 2017 state runner-up Class B Ludington Oriole team. In fact, that's where he gained his legendary nickname. Dante will always live in infamy. Dante the Microwave Vela, and also it mainly came from, a night at Muskegon West Michigan Christian where he scored 11 points in the fourth quarter, and I said to myself, doing the game that night, I said, Scoop, you got to come up with a nickname for this guy. And I thought of Detroit Pistons legendary guard Vinny the Microwave Johnson and the way he would light it up when he came in. So, and then that nickname of Dante's was further cemented when Dante's good buddy, fellow football player James Crouch snuck a microwave from the cafeteria at LHS into the student section. And that night when Dante was first introduced into the game against Manistee, he didn't take the plate out. James Crouch didn't. So the plate came out smashed on the floor. There was a 5-minute delay in the game. And that night, James Crouch became a Ludington legend. So that's a bit of the story right there, folks. And talk about that a bit in your words, Dante.
So it was definitely interesting. I think it was a home game my senior year playing Manistee, and I got subbed into the game and expecting cheers, and the next thing you know, I hear a big old crash onto the court, kind of turn around. The whole student section was kind of surrounding James, and he has a big old microwave right there. And I think it was about a 10 to 15 minute delay. All the rest were kind of, so this is on you, this is your fault kind of deal. But no, it was really funny. And like I said, I don't think I'd be the microwave without James now.
I asked James about that. I said, how much trouble did you get in? He goes, not too much, Scoop. I'm a football player. But he goes, I did have to buy the school a new microwave. So coaching, this is your 5th year as a freshman coach, correct?
Yes, sir. So as soon as I graduated, I actually spent 1 year with Jamie helping the freshman team. And then I believe Dan Mesher was the JV coach at the time. So once he stepped down, Jamie got the JV job and the freshman job was available. And I did some summer basketball. I helped with 7th graders and 8th graders. And then Thad told me that it was available, told me to apply. I applied and got the job. And yeah, it's been 5 years now, and I've been enjoying every moment of it.
What do you like best about coaching, and what do you like best about coaching with Thad Shank?
I think the most thing that I enjoy is just kind of developing a relationship with the kids. Coming into this, I didn't really have any high expectations, but over the years, you spend a lot of time with the kids. I'm spending them more times than my friends or family like that. So it's been really cool to develop that. And like I said, it's my 5th year, so I've seen kids go from freshman to senior. And it's been cool to see, get invited to open houses, them coming up to me, still talking about their freshman years and stuff like that. So it's been really beneficial and reassuring to me that I'm doing a good job. And then what I like most about learning from Coach Shank is just his knowledge for the game of basketball, and not only his knowledge for the game of basketball, but the fact that he's not just a basketball coach. He teaches these kids life lessons and how to just be men built for others. So I try to imply that in my practice. I know Noah tries to imply that in his practices. So just to learn from him, pick his brain, and it's really cool. And a lot of guys don't get the opportunity to get taught by a Hall of Fame coach like he is. So at the end of the day, we're blessed to be in positions that we are because he is the guy.
Well, both yourself and Coach Noah Lehman, who's the JV boys head coach, both disciples of Coach Thad Shank. You both played for him. You both are coaching his system, which is implemented all the way down to grade schools, and that's why Ludington has such a good feeder program right there. What would you say is the thing that the players like best about playing for you and your coaching style?
So I think I'm a little bit younger, so I'm only 23 years old, so I think they kind of relate to me a little bit more, kind of like a player's coach. So I think they kind of open up in a sense rather than an older gentleman that they might not know. They almost consider me like a friend kind of deal. So I feel like they almost play a little bit harder knowing that like they got that friend/coach that they can rely on. And I'm not really a hard guy, I don't really yell or scream too much, but when I do, they kind of know to focus in and stuff like that. But I think it's just the fact that I'm more of like a player coach than anything, you know, build more relationships with them, and then we kind of joke around and have fun. So I'd definitely say that.
What kind of hobbies do you have? I understand you like riding mopeds. There's something about that?
So that's an inside joke between me and Jamie, Coach Sycon have. That's another story for another day, but yeah, we'll go with, I enjoy riding mopeds.
Okay. Your favorite restaurant in Ludington there, Microwave?
That's a tough one, but if I had to go with one, I'd probably say Jamesport Brewing Company.
Okay. How far do you feel this team, this varsity team this year, how far do you feel they'll go in the tournament?
To be honest, I think that we can make a deep push in the playoffs, but at the end of the day, we got to take it one game at a time. You know, when I was a senior going through the playoff run, that was really our main mindset of, you know, enjoy the moment, take it one game at a time, because at the end of the day, you can lose, and then your season's done. So enjoy the moment, but I really think this team can make a deep push. But like I said, take it one game at a time, and we'll go from there.
That's great advice, because you guys, that run in 17, super, super special, and you took this all of Mason County for just a memorable ride that year.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, especially with the support that Ludington has. You know, they're going to travel, they're going to come and support. So any gym that we're in is going to feel like a home game. So shout out to Oriole Nation.
Anybody that you'd like to say hello to or send a shout out to, Dante?
So a lot of my family from Hart, so I'd probably say that. And then if there's anybody in my friend's Discord watching, I'm going to shout them out.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us today. Congratulations on being the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole assistant coach in the spotlight. All the best to you and the O's. As always, go O's.
Thanks, Scoop. Go O's.
Welcome back to Big Rapids High School. Scoop Hansen, Matthew Big Country Westhouse, Julia Habman, the Oriole Sports Network, in conjunction and collaboration with 102.7 WMOM. Big thank you to Thad Shank, not only the Ludington boys varsity coach, but also the OSN executive director, producer. And a special shout out to Chris Nicholas, the owner and station manager of 102.7 WMOM. Ludington up by the score of 19-12. And, you know, Dante, the Microwave Ella, talking there in that interview with them about how Oriole Nation travels, and we're seeing it firsthand here again tonight, how the Oriole faithful have come out to support their Ludington Orioles.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. Like I said earlier, the players really appreciate it, and it helps.
Ludington with the basketball to begin play here in the second half. Gage Jones with it. Jones out there with Gunsel, Schillinger, Benz, and Holmes. Oriole student section getting into it. And Gage Jones with the ball now. Jones, and the ball kicked right there by Clare's Miles Haggart.
Spencer Holmes, our leading scorer in the first half there, 8 points, which is great to see coming off. He had a rough game versus Reed City offensive-wise. Hopefully you can keep that rolling here in the second half.
Gunsel with it now. He'll give it to Joe Benz. Benz to Schillinger. Claire's done a nice job on him, but we've seen other teams, I know we've talked about that Big Country, do a nice job on him for a half, and then he just explodes. Gunsel with the ball in the lane. Now he'll give it to Joe Benz. Benz over to Gage Jones. Ludington's had the ball for the better part of this first minute of the second half. Jones for three. Good! Gage Jones, that was a long three there, Big Country.
That was a long three. That's a great way to come out and start the first half. Make a statement.
Orioles up 22-12, 10-point Oriole lead. 6:57 to go in the third quarter. With the ball, Ryan Loach. Loach shot no good. Rebound, Cam Gunsel. Loach was not happy. He wanted a foul there. Didn't get it. Schillinger now. David, a lot of contact there, and here comes Clare. So we had two people not happy at both ends. Nice basket there by Richie Montgomery.
You know, Clare's done a good job game planning against Cam Gunsel. They're sagging off them, and they got a big, strong guy down there who's keeping them out of the paint.
Yep, there's Gunsel with the ball. Gunsel loses it. Schillinger, good! David there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, David looking at the referee there. He wanted an and one call on that one.
Ludington
thought he got hit in the arm.
Yeah, Orioles up 24-14. 6:10 left in the third quarter. Shout out to former Little League baseball teammate of mine, Ricky Paul. 10-second violation caused by the Oriole defense.
The Oriole defense has just stepped it up to a whole nother level tonight. They came out here to compete, and they are doing a fantastic job. I've never seen this team have a motor so high.
And kudos to our Oriole student section as well. They are in top form tonight.
They are.
led by Cole Hackert back from Florida in his fishing excursion. Schillinger, nice move right there. He's at the free throw line. He'll give it now to Gunsel. 5:50 to go. 15-footer Cam Gunsel off the mark right there. And here come the Clare Pioneers.
You know, that's what they're begging Cam to shoot that shot. He can knock it down. That's just not his bread and butter type shot.
With the ball, number 2, Nick Porter. Porter will give it to Ryan Loach. Loach now to their big guy, Miles Haggart. There's a steal. Schillinger with the steal. Let's see what David does here. David, Euro step, and he draws the foul. You know, number 23 for Clare, he's Miles Haggart. He reminds me a lot. I was just talking about my Ricky Paul, who was a grade ahead of me in school, 1983 graduate of Ludington. Rick was only about 6'2", but very broad-shouldered. And I remember Rick putting up 32 in a game against the Big Rapids Cardinals one night. Rick was just a solid ball player, very intelligent ball player, intelligent human being. He's listening tonight out in San Jose, California, so a shout out to Ricky Paul. And Rick, your brother Ron is here. He wanted me to say hello. And I told him, not a problem, Ron, I will do that. Schillinger gets the first free throw.
Yeah, like you said, that number 23, he's like a brick wall down there. I mean, he's very strong. He's done a great job keeping all of our players out of the paint.
Remember some of Rick's teammates. Schillinger gets both free throws. And James the Beast Burmeister was one of them. John Morin, Dan Dean. That class right there. And 83, the first team to beat River Rouge. I remember that game at Hawley Gym. Ludington defense just all over Clare right now. They are not giving them any breathing room. Orioles up 26-14. 5:06 to go in the third quarter.
We're back in that 1-2-2 defense.
There's a drive shot, no good. Last touched by the Clare Pioneers. It'll be Ludington basketball. Ludington wins tonight. The Orioles win. They'll be at Gaylord on Thursday night. They'll take on the winner of the Kingsford Flivers and the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils. Ludington girls back here tomorrow night taking on the Hart Pirates. That should be a great battle. Schillinger, nice pass. Stidham will get it back out on top now to Holmes, now to Joe Benz. Benz on the near baseline. Benz to Stidham. Good ball movement. Schillinger for 3, no good. Rebound to Nick Porter. Orioles up by 12, 26-14. 4:30 left in the third quarter. Ludington was up 19-12 at the half.
David's jump shots haven't been falling like normal these past 2 games.
There's a three-pointer by Clare, no good. That shot was taken by number 23, Miles Haggart, and I think that was a frustration foul there on Haggart. He came back and just absolutely stomped a mud hole in Joe Benz.
It was out of Gage Jones, actually, because I see him staring him down, nodding his head.
We know how
as
much
he likes to do.
We know how much Gage loves contact anyway.
Yeah.
And Joe's that type of player too.
He is.
But
Gage is a little bit more into the trash talking than Joe.
Oh yeah, definitely on that. You know, I was talking to Gage's grandpa here at halftime, and he said that when he went to Adrian or Albion, one of the two, and they said, you know, if you come here, we're going to give you jersey number 12, then you'll be 12 Gage.
I like that.
Nice pass to Schillinger. Well, actually tipped and goes out of bounds right there. Good job by Clare's Ryan Loach getting back on defense. And the ball goes out of bounds. They say it's last touched by Schillinger.
Yeah, Coach Shank was not happy about that call.
Clare with the basketball, 3:57 to go. We expected this to be a low-scoring game on the par with Reed City and Ludington on Friday night at Manistee. It might even be lower than that, Big Country.
Yep, Clare's done a good job controlling the pace of the game. It's slow like they want. The scoring just isn't there for them so far. Thankfully, we've done a good job playing their type of game tonight.
Foul called on Spencer Holmes. Tomorrow night, the Hart Pirates 17-5, the Ludington Orioles 16-7. Girls semifinal district action here from Big Rapids High School. We'll be on the air around 5:15, 5:20-ish. Tip-off scheduled for 5:30 tomorrow. With the ball, number 32, Richie Montgomery. He'll give it now back to number 5, Ryan Rodenboe. Rodenboe now to Haggart. Haggart gives it to Richie Montgomery. I'm half expecting these Orioles to do a Sam Lightning Leduc slap on the floor here real soon. Pass inside. There's a block right there. A block by Gunsel, but apparently Cam got a little to the body there, Big Country.
Yeah, They did a good job getting it inside. That's what they've been trying to do all night. It just hasn't been working for them so far.
Yeah. That foul was called much to the chagrin of Oriole Nation sitting right down in front of us here. Free throw is up and no good. First attempt by Miles Haggart. Daniel Ramirez back into the Oriole lineup. You got Ramirez out there, Holmes, Jones, Gunsel, and Schillinger. 3:13 left in the third quarter. Ludington 26, Clare 14. Second free throw, no good. Rebound fought for, and now a foul is going to be called, I believe, on the Clare. Oh, they just teed up Gage Jones. That was a quick technical.
And we got another technical on Clare player.
Oh, wow. And the Clare coach is not very happy with his player right now. You saw Clare coach Byron Schunk really giving his player an earful. It looked like the tee was assessed to Clare's number 32, Richie Montgomery, and he's going to come to the bench. And we have a timeout on the floor. I think it was Gage Jones who got the technical for Ludington.
Yeah, it's the same guy that Gage was talking to a little bit, like I said, 2 minutes ago.
So while these technicals are being assessed, hey, folks, if you're thinking about selling your home or property, let Team Jamie Loney and Christina Simone at 5 Star Real Estate help you. They'll walk you through the process step by step. Jamie and Christina take pride in their communication, organization, and putting clients' wants and needs first. Call Jamie Loney at 231-794-9740 or Christina Simone 231-343-4598 today. Team Jamie Loney, 5 Star Real Estate, 513 South James Street in Ludington. I want to give kudos to Ludington High School Athletic Director Greg Piscadna, who did color commentary with me last night, made his debut.
Yeah, we sub Gage Jones out here trying to lower the emotions a little bit, but I can't imagine Gage is going to be too upset about that after the game. I think he would do the same thing if he could.
Matching technicals, no free throws?
Yep, no free throws.
Okay, so Schillinger has the ball for the Orioles, now to Ramirez. Taj Williams is checked into the Oriole lineup. Cam Gunsel with the ball. Gunsel now to Ramirez. Ramirez on the drive, he'll give it to Schillinger. David at the free throw line, he steps back now, goes back out past the top of the key. He'll give it to Ramirez for three. That ball looked like it was deflected a little bit. Shot is no good, it was short.
That must be part of the game plan. They're sagging off of Daniel Ramirez just like Cam Gunsel. I don't think that's a smart game plan. I mean, Daniel, he's a good shooter.
He is. Ludington up 26-14, 2:35 to go in the third quarter with the ball. Ryan Loach. There's a deflection. Taj Williams. And Taj has got speed and then some. Up. Good! A steal for Taj Williams, the Orioles freshman sensation.
He looked very fast out there. I mean, he was dribbling the ball and he was still outrunning all the other guys.
You know, the top 40. Timeout Clare. Ludington's loving this. Oriole Nation all dressed out in their orange. Ludington up 28-14, 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Talked about Taj Williams' speed. The quickest 40 in the NFL Combine recently was 4.21. And it was by Xavier Worthy, a wide receiver for Texas.
Yeah, I saw that.
We could put Taj Williams up against him.
I don't know if it's 4.21, but he's fast.
Hey, one of the guys the Lions have their eyes on, the defensive back, the cornerback from the Toledo Rockets, and that is Quinyon Mitchell. He ran, I think, a 4.31, 4.33, somewhere around there. Okay. So be interested to see what the Lions do in free agency and in the draft. Yep. Hey, let's stick to basketball, though, Big Country, right now. We want to thank Matt Ewing and Ludington Paint and Glass. Matt Ewing, a huge Ludington Oriole basketball fan. Also a great supporter of the Orioles. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. Call LP&G at 843-8250. Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects, is proud to support Ludington Oriole sports while being a sponsor on the Oriole Sports Network. Clare basketball. Ludington up 28-14, 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Ryan Loach has it. He'll get it inside to the big guy. Shot up and in by Miles Haggart. Orioles have kept Haggart to just 4 points so far in this ball game.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job against him. He's a good player, and they've been trying to get it into him all night. They just haven't been able to.
Orioles up 28-16. Nice pass inside. Gunsel, he'll get it back now to Schillinger. The timing just a bit off on that alley-oop pass right there. Schillinger, nice drive. Oh, what a drive by Sunshine. He's spreading the sunshine to the Oriole Nation here in Big Rapids. David with the bucket, and Ludington now up 30-16. 1:28 to go. Oriole student section really getting into things here. What they have going now, they just had the chant going. Shot put up there, no good by Miles Haggart. Saved by Clare, however. And now there's a steal. Ramirez has it, and he'll give it back to Schillinger. What were they saying? Go white, go orange?
Yeah,
Love it.
between the parents and the student section, back and forth.
Good synergy there. Taj Williams with the ball. 54 seconds to go in this third quarter. He'll give it now to Spencer Holmes.
Looks like we might be trying to hold it for final shot. Coach Shank likes to do this.
Taj Williams with the ball. Boy, he shows basketball knowledge way above that of your usual freshman. And his athleticism is off the charts. Now Schillinger is fouled. 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ludington 30, Clare 16. Again, a big thank you to Lundquist Furniture and Trent Lundquist, West Michigan's largest furniture store located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368. First free throw is good by Sunshine Schillinger. Got any interesting chimes coming in from Oriole Nation there, Julia? Shout out to Mandy Zimkowski, says let's go O's. Elliot Lindsay, let's go Taj. Shelby Sobraski, go O's from the Sobraski family. Again, Shelby, your dad, doing fine. He's here with Larry and Jeannie Anderson. Sunshine gets both free throws. We'll get back to the shout out list a bit later here, folks. Back to game action right now. The Orioles up 32-16. 28 seconds to go in this third quarter. Nick Porter with the ball. Porter will give it now to Dane Alexander. Alexander being guarded there by Gage Jones. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Jaden Arthur with it, 6 seconds to go. And now Daniel Ramirez called for the foul, and that'll be the fourth team foul, so it's not a shooting foul. Orioles have Clare down to 5.4 seconds remaining in this third quarter. They've got Clare pushed way out.
Yeah, Daniel had him near the half-court line. I think he was trying to push him out past half-court for that backcourt violation, but just a little bit too strong.
Clare, they're trying to get a shot. They'll get a three-pointer off. No good. Rebound fought for in the buzzer. And at the end of three from Big Rapids High School, the boys basketball regional number 9 semifinal in Division II. The Ludington Orioles 32. The Clare Pioneers 16. And that quarter, the Orioles held Clare to just 4 points, while the Orioles had a nice third quarter, scoring 13 points. So taking a look, a recap, Big Country, Ludington outscored Clare 12-7 in the first quarter, 7-5 in the second, 13-4 in that third quarter. They led 19-12 at the half. They're up 32-16 as we go into the final 8 minutes of play.
Yeah, that was a fantastic third quarter out of the Orioles. They it's their highest scoring quarter of the night, and it came in a lot of different ways. You know, early on it was a lot of three-point shooting. In the third quarter, they were able to drive to the basket. They got some foul calls, and they stayed consistent on defense.
And if the Orioles can hold on to this game, you'll be back with me on Thursday at Gaylord High School for Ludington against either Kingsford or Sault Ste. Marie for a regional championship. If the Orioles can hold on here in this fourth quarter.
You know, 16-point lead here going into the fourth quarter. The Clare's only scored 16 all night, so it would take a pretty big run here from Clare, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, the way the Orioles are playing defense right now, it's going to take quite a Herculean effort by the Clare Pioneers. Clare will begin the quarter with the basketball. Evan McKinley will be with me tomorrow doing color commentary for the girls' district game. The Ludington Orioles and the Hart Pirates right back here at Big Rapids for the third straight night. All right, with the ball, number 2, Nick Porter. Now they'll get it inside. Little turnaround up and no good there. The shot put up there by Clare's Miles Haggart. And Gage Jones going down extremely hard, but you know, Gage is a tough hombre.
Oh yeah, very tough.
He gets up immediately right there.
I mean, you can tell he's a football player. He hit the ground hard. There was a thud we could hear all the way up here.
He got up quickly, as if to show Clare, you can't hurt me.
Exactly. I think that's what it is. It might have hurt him, but he would never show it.
I love that conversation with his grandpa, though, at halftime about giving him jersey number 12 so he could be 12 gauge. Okay, Ramirez with it now to Schillinger. 7:20 to go in the ball game. Schillinger, he's in the lane now. David putting on a dribbling exhibit. Now he'll give the ball to Daniel Ramirez. Ramirez to Gage Jones. Joe Benz getting set to check back into the Oriole lineup. Gage.
This is great. We've already taken a minute off the clock here in the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what you want to do in a game like this.
Oh, Gage had the ball knocked away, but it goes right to Daniel Ramirez. Ramirez on the drive, shot up, good! Daniel Ramirez, did Cam tip that, or was that a basket by Ramirez?
I think that was a basket by Ramirez.
Yes, it was awfully close to being tipped in there, and Cam Gunsel was there, but Daniel Ramirez gets the basket, his first points of the game. Ludington up 34-16. In the lane, shot up and in by Miles Haggart.
That was a nice, strong move. He's been a bright spot on this Clare team tonight.
That's the guy that reminds me of my former Little League teammate, Ricky Paul. Miles Haggart. Sunshine Schillinger with the basketball. He'll give it up now to Daniel Ramirez. Ramirez still with the basketball. Now it's knocked away, and knocked away again. He gets it back. And now timeout, Coach Thad Shank. I think he wants a, did he say full? And then he might have switched to a 30. Irregardless, we've got to give some of our sponsors some love, beginning with my good buddy Mike Benedict, who's here in the game tonight. Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. Mike Benedict can be reached at 231-613-4111. Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Benedict's will put collision damage in reverse. My good friend Mike Benedict here tonight. He's got an old school OSN Scoops jersey on. The OSN network. Wearing that tonight. Benedict's again located at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Benedict's Auto Center, Mike Benedict, huge advocates, huge sponsors, supporters of the Ludington Orioles, and huge fans of the Ludington Orioles. Mike Benedict, 1981 state champion. Nice pass in the basket, no good there by Gunsel. Fought for, and now coming away with it for Clare, and it's deflected. And now Schillinger with the steal, and a foul is going to be called on Clare, I believe. Wow, David Schillinger just never stopped. The motor never stops with him.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that foul call. He thought he got the ball on that steal, but the referee saw him getting to the arm a little bit.
5:57 left in the game. Ludington 34, Clare 18. Three-pointer there by Schillinger, no good.
I'm sorry, I had that wrong. They called a foul on Clare.
Yeah, it was called on Clare there. I was thinking for a second, Big Country, I'm like, oh.
That makes more sense. I didn't see a foul, so.
There's a shot up, no good. Rebound by Cam Gunsel. He'll give it now to Gage Jones. The shot was put up by Richie Montgomery. Jones has it now. He'll give it to Gunsel. They'll swing it to Joe Benz. Back out to Gage Jones on top of the key. Jones with the dribble, beautiful pass. Oh, just could not be controlled there. Cam Gunsel gets it back. He'll give it to Holmes, to Jones. Good! Oh, some fancy, beautiful passing there. And Spencer Holmes gets the basket. No, actually, Gage Jones gets the basket right
with a
there.
nice assist by Spencer Holmes.
Yes, exactly. 8 points now for Gage Jones. Spencer Holmes with the assist, just like Big Country just mentioned. There's a basket, a three-pointer.
And that's what it's going to take if Clare wants to come back, those three-point shots. We got to limit those.
Nick Porter hits it. He's got 6. Ludington up 36-21. 4:55 left in the game. Gage Jones loses it. Now he'll get it to Gunsel. Gunsel to Benz. Now to Holmes for 3. Up, no good. Rebound, Schillinger, the shortest guy in the court. I love it. David now, baseline drive, overlaid it. Rebound, fought for, and here come the Clare Pioneers. They'll get it ahead now. Shot up, and a foul called there on Gage Jones. Gage has got to watch it. He's got one technical on him right now.
Yeah, he did a great job. You know, he jumped up and down in frustration, but he didn't say anything. So great job by him holding back there, because I know he's not happy about that call.
Ryan Loach going to the free throw line. Ludington up 36-21. 4:34 left in the ball game. First free throw is no good. Jack Stidham reports back to the Oriole lineup, replacing Cam Gunsel. And into the Clare lineup, number 1, Jaden Arthur. We'd like to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor. Also, PM Builders, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. Both free throws missed. Ball fought for, and it's going to end up in the hands of Nick Porter. Porter being guarded there by Benz. Ludington going for the steals there. Now foul will be called, I believe, on Joe Benz.
Yeah. I like to see that we're still aggressive on defense. We're up 15 with about 4 minutes to go, but we haven't given up on our drive and our motor yet. We're still pressing them out on that three-point line.
Make sure you stay tuned for the Smith & Eddy post-game show. I'll be talking to Oriole head coach Thad Shank, and the Oriole defense forces yet another Clare turnover. Smith & Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, carrying business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. Ludington with the basketball and a 36-21 lead with 4:12 left in the game. Again, tomorrow night, OSN here with 102.7 WMOM. I got so excited there, I said M&M, as David Sunshine Schillinger gets a basket for the Orioles. Now another turnover. Ludington up 38-21. Again, the Hart Pirates 17-5 against the Ludington Orioles 16-7. Tomorrow night, girls Division II, District number 35 action right back here at Big Rapids High School, our third straight night at Big Rapids. Cam Gunsel's going to check back into the lineup. We're going to send a few shout-outs right now to Oriole Nation, to you folks who've been chiming in. Patrick Hayner. All right. Kingsford 49, Sault Ste. Marie 17 in the third quarter. Did you get that? Kingsford up 49-17 over Sault Ste. Marie in the third quarter.
Yeah, like people have said, Kingsford is a fantastic team. They're going to be a tough matchup.
Exactly. Thanks, Patrick Hayner, on that update. Coach Shank said Kingsford is a tough team. Mark Wetter says, let's go, keep shining, sunshine, and all the team. Also, David Buskirk, Ludington, well, we still got 3:58 to go, but let's not jinx things, David. The Ludington Orioles playing some really good basketball tonight. Jolina, Clare getting a taste of our trademark D. Yes, he says 32 MOH. Sherry Eaton finished strong, go O's. Oriole defense playing squeeze play with Clare offense. Rita Abereg says, I'm listening. Jeannie Anderson. Also, Dean and Sue Shank, that's Coach Thad Shank's aunt and uncle from Jensen Beach, Florida. They say, go Orioles. The Hankwitz Heating and Cooling says, let's go O's. Ryan Millspaw, let's go O's. And also Jason Hathaway, let's go O's. Finish things up. And yeah, so that's Oriole Nation. Some of Oriole Nation chiming in. Also a shout out to Bill and Nora Clark, big O's fans as well. Go O's and go blue. There's a bribe and a basket by Sunshine Schillinger.
We're back in our Carolina set here, which is just to try and take some time off the clock. But David Schillinger saw an open lane, and he was able to drive past the defense anyways.
We've said it all season, Big Country, how quick he is. He's like he's being shot out of a cannon. He's like a torpedo. There's a shot put up by Clare, no good. Gunsel with the rebound. He'll give the ball to Schillinger. Ludington up 40-21. 3:15 left in this ball game.
This second half really couldn't have gone much better for the Ludington Orioles. They've done a great job executing on offense and defense.
Orioles up 19-12 at the half. They outscored Clare in that third quarter by the score of 13-4. And there's a basket that Gunsel.
It was a wide open layup for Gunsel. He looks like he was surprised he was even that open.
Cam Gunsel, his first points of the night. And Clare trying to get that ball batted away there by Gage Jones. Gunsel ended up with it.
Great job by Gage. He read that pass was going to go over Cam Gunsel's head, and he got there on the backside.
Orioles up 42-21. There's a deflection, and Clare has it. 2:32 left in the game. Ludington up 42-21. Shot up, no good. Good defense there by Jones. Put back up and in by Richie Montgomery. Yeah, Cam's had a tough night scoring, but I'll tell you what, he's done a lot of other good things, Big Country.
Yep. Great job on the offensive glass tonight.
Yep, exactly. There's one thing that Coach Shank always gets on me about. He said, Scoop, there's a lot more to basketball than just the scoring and the points.
There is.
And I said, I know that, Coach. I know that. You got to realize coming from my perspective as a sports broadcaster, sports journalist, I got to give those points, yes.
That's what gets all the praises usually, is the scoring.
Ludington up 42-23, 2:08 to go. Foul just called on the Clare Pioneers. It was called on number 0, Ryan Loach. Schillinger, they leave him wide open for 3. Shot no good. And Loach comes up with it for Clare. He'll outlet it now to Nick Porter. I saw Sunshine's grandma, Jeannie Anderson, before the game. She said, Scoop, you got the lucky tennis shoes on tonight? I said, I do. Got the orange Oriole tennis shoes on. Shot missed by Clare. We're down to 1:46 to go in the game. There's a steal by the Clare Pioneers and a shot up and in by Ryan Loach. Ludington 42, Clare 25. Schillinger, he'll give the ball now to Stidham. Stidham to Gunsel. Ball batted away, and here comes Clare. Good hustle by Gunsel, getting back to knock the ball out of bounds. It will be Clare basketball.
Cam Gunsel was asking for a lob there on the other end. It was just, the pass was a little bit too high.
There's a steal by the Orioles. They'll get the ball ahead to Schillinger. Up and, Schillinger gets the basket. And he was going up as high as he could right there. And the ball was luckily right on line, and it kissed in off the backboard for 2 points.
Yeah, he wanted a dunk. That's what he was going for, was a dunk. You know,
He was.
He says he can do it. I haven't seen it, but he says he can do it. And if he says it, I believe him.
I'll tell you what, Big Country, the Oriole faithful getting a big kick out of that.
Yeah, they loved it.
Timeout called by Coach Thad Shank. 1:18 to go in the game. Ludington 44, Clare 25. And Ludington, you can start making plans, Oriole Nation. What did Dandy Don Meredith on Monday Night Football? He used to hum that little tune. Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Yeah, 19-point lead with 1:18 to go. This game is all but over. We've checked in some of the guys who haven't gotten much playing time tonight. So that's good to see.
Alex Smith is on the court. He wears jersey number 34. He's a junior. Benjamin Gronstal, a junior. He wears jersey number 54. He's in the game. 11, Derek Dunsel. He is a senior. He's in the game. And they joined Stidham, and they joined Taj Williams out there. And the Ludington Orioles, they're working that March Madness magic once again, and they will have a date with the Kingsford Flivers, it looks like, as Kingsford was really taking it to the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils. Kingsford was really giving the Sioux the business. There's a basket up and in. Alex Smith.
That was a great basket by Alex. That was a strong move. He's going to be really important for this Ludington team next year.
And no doubt about it. He's going to be a big part of the cog of the Ludington Orioles next year. We're down to 41 seconds to go in this regional number 9 Division II basketball game between the Ludington Orioles and the Clare Pioneers. And a student section again getting into it. Look at Cole Hackard over there leading the student section. 34 seconds to go. Ludington up 46-25. There's a steal. Dunsel with it.
Nice read by Derek Dunsel there. He read that they were going to try and pass down, and he just got in front of it.
Stidham waits for 2 Pioneers to go by him. Shot up, no good. There's one thing that Coach Shank, I'm sure he always takes something from every game. There were a few bunnies missed tonight by the Orioles.
Yeah.
Down to 10 seconds to go in the game. Taj Williams with the ball. And Oriole Nation going nuts here. And you love this. The Ludington Orioles defeat the Clare Pioneers by the score of 46-25. And they will now advance to the regional championship game on Thursday night at Gaylord High School. The last report we got was that Kingsford was really taking it to the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils. So it looks like the Ludington Orioles will face the Kingsford Flivers. And let's see if anybody else has chimed in of late. Shali Embody go Big Country, great to listen to. Makes game entertaining. So you're getting you're getting a big fan club out there, Big Country, right now. Yep. No doubt. You got to look at our Oriole team over there with the Oriole student section. That's really, really cool. As the Oriole basketball team over there thanking the student section And this is impressive to see. This sea of orange here at Big Rapids High School. Not only our student section, but also all the adults here with children and grandchildren and parents and grandparents.
Yeah, this is really awesome. Big thanks to Oriole Nation, all the support. You got to keep it going, you know?
Yeah.
It helps.
Oh, no doubt it helps.
I know it's a 2.5-hour drive to Gaylord, but it helps.
Yep. Right now we want to thank Smith and Eddy Insurance of Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, carrying business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith and Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. They're the exclusive post-game sponsor of the Ludington Orioles via the Oriole Sports Network and also 102.7 WMOM. Ludington wins tonight by the score of 46-25. Ludington was up 12-7 at the end of one. They outscored the Clare Pioneers 7-5 in the second quarter, 13-4 in the third quarter. Ludington led at the half 19-12. They were up 32-16 entering the fourth quarter. And again, they win 46-25. So 42, Ludington scores 14 points in the fourth quarter, and they hold Clare to 9 points. So Orioles outscore Clare 14-9 in that fourth quarter. Scoring tonight for the Ludington Orioles. We'll start with the... Whoa, Coach Shank is up here in lightning quick time tonight. Coach Thad Shank, boy, that is a record. That is a new record for you getting up here after a ball game.
They don't want to hear me talking right now. They just want to celebrate with their people. So,
first up, what an awesome environment and atmosphere tonight. The Sea of Orange, the Oriole student section, the parents and grandparents. It was something to behold, Coach.
yeah, we had a great turnout tonight. Oriole fans travel. We're very blessed, that's for sure. Made it a special evening for our guys.
46-25. Clare came out and very reminiscent of the Reed City game at Manistee the other night. A slower pace. They wanted to slow things down. Your Orioles ended up outscoring them 12-7. Hit a couple of key three-pointers in that first quarter. Took that 19-12 lead in at the half, and then that big third quarter, 13-4. But your defense was just tenacious tonight. And boy, did I thought the defense was awesome Friday, which it was. But the defense tonight was on par with what we had on Friday night.
We did not necessarily wanted this to be a half-court game. We wanted to get out in transition. We missed a number of layups at the rim early on, but our defense was kind of the savior. We fumbled and bumbled a little bit on the offensive end on occasion tonight. But overall, what can you say? Defensively, we've been pretty solid in the tournament so far, and with our half-court defense. And tonight we mixed in a few other things that were successful as well, so that was great.
5 3-pointers tonight, and like you said, Coach.
Spencer got us going early right there. Those were big threes when they were out there full Denial and Dave. They kind of wear down after a while, though, when to ask a kid to go out there and face guard Dave and do what people are doing right now, it just opens up a lot of other things. So
tonight, Cam Gunsel, he had his hands full with Miles Haggart of the Clare Pioneers. I thought he did a tremendous job. All your guys came in, and boy, I'll tell you, when they were out there tonight, they played just staunch defense.
Yeah, they did. Taj came in, gave us a couple great minutes. We got minutes from all over the board. Joe Benz does his normal thing, guards the heck out of people. Jack Stidham hit that big three early on. So, yeah, we're getting contributions all over the board, which is nice.
That reverse layup by Taj Williams was a thing of beauty, don't you think, Coach?
Yeah, well, it's always beautiful when it goes in, Scoop, that's
definitely,
for sure.
Definitely. Well, it's going to be a fun ride home for you and your Orioles tonight. The last report we got was that Kingsford was really giving the business to the Sault Ste. Marie Blue Devils.
Yeah, I heard they beat them pretty bad tonight. Kingsford's the real deal. It's going to take a whale of an effort on Friday night, but if you get into a regional final, that's the way it probably should be. So
exactly. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday at Gaylord High School. Coach, anything else you want to add about this great win tonight over the Clare Pioneers?
I'm just glad Julia's here and got everything under control.
She's keeping me in control, me and Big Country.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Congratulations.
They're waving at you down there, Scoop. You're legendary. They're waving at you.
They are, Coach. I think they're waving to
Thanks.
you. They're
No.
waving to you. Hey, happy Coach Thad Shank. His team wins the regional opener here tonight against the Clare Pioneers by the score of 46-25. Again, we'll look at the game. All of this will be up on the Oriole Sports Network page later tonight. But Ludington outscored Clare 12-7 in the first, 7-5 in the second, 13-4 in the third, 14-9 in the fourth, up 19-12 at the half, 32-16 at end of three, and they win 46-25. And getting to those points again, Ryan Loach with 3 for Clare, 2 for Jaden Arthur, 6 for Nick Porter, and 6 for Miles Haggart, 6 for Richie Montgomery, and 2 for Dane Alexander. For the Orioles, 4 for Taj Williams, 8 for Spencer Holmes, 3 for Jack Stidham, 8 for Gage Jones, 2 for Daniel Ramirez, 2 for Alex Smith, 2 for Cam Gunsel, C-Money there, and David Sunshine Schillinger tonight, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 points tonight for Sunshine Schillinger, and great to see all of Oriole Nation here tonight. And I'm seeing a number of people I haven't seen in a while are stopping up and saying hello to us up here. And what a great atmosphere tonight, as Coach Shank said. But, the defense was the name of the game tonight for the Ludington Orioles. It has always been the hallmark, the trademark of Oriole basketball, and it really shone through to the forefront tonight here, Big Country.
Yeah, I haven't seen us play defense like that for years. The last time I can think about it is our last time we played in regionals when we had Kyle Barnett out there on the three-point line hounding everybody. But we just did a great job keeping him out of the paint, keeping him out of the whole three-point line in general. Excuse me.
Also, I wanted to mention that I did check the board. I didn't get a chance to check the Big Rapids track and field board out last night, but I checked it out tonight. And Jamie Banstra is still on there, former Ludington boys basketball coach. Of course, many of the Banstras played basketball and were involved in sports at Ludington High. Most recent was Abby Banstra. And Jamie Banstra still up there for the 4x800 relay. He still has the record with 3 of his teammates here in Big Rapids Gym. You can see that up on their track and field board. But a great victory for the Ludington Orioles, 46-25. Ludington moves to 19-6 on the season, and they will take on the 20-4. I believe they're 20-4. Kingsford Flivers on Thursday night at Gaylord High School. Big Country will be back with me doing color that night, and one of the great nicknames in the state of Michigan, the Flivers.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. That's interesting. I like it.
You know what a flivver is, right?
I don't.
It's an old car. It was a type of a vehicle.
Right.
And the Kingsford Flivers of the Upper Peninsula against the Ludington Orioles, and that'll be Thursday night at Gaylord. And tomorrow night, we've got a game right back here at Big Rapids High School. Evan McKinley will be here with me doing color commentary. It'll be the Hart Pirates 17-5 against the 16-7 Ludington Orioles. Girls basketball tomorrow night, district semifinal game between the Orioles and the Hart Pirates. And great atmosphere here tonight. I'm sure it's going to be an awesome atmosphere tomorrow night here at Big Rapids as well, with all of Hart and with all of Ludington here supporting their teams.
Yep, that'll be awesome to see. That'll be an exciting game.
And with that said, let me find my, there we go. There we are. With that said, for our executive producer, executive director, Thad Shank, also for the 102.7 WMOM station owner and manager, Chris Nicholas, for Julia Havman, the OSN 102.7 WMOM technical engineer, also for Big Country, Matthew Westhouse, my color commentary man tonight. This is the voice of the Orioles, Todd Scoop Hansen, saying so long from Big Rapids High School. Once again, your final score in the regional number 9 boys basketball Division II semifinal. The Ludington Orioles win by the score of 46-25. We'll be back with you tomorrow night back here at Big Rapids. Ludington girls basketball against the Hart Pirates. Until then, Ludington, you stay classy.
You've been listening to high school sports here on the Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. This high school sports event was brought to you by House of Flavors Manufacturing, House of Flavors Restaurant, Safe Harbor Credit Union, Indian Summer Co-op, Smith & Eddy Insurance. Also in part by PM Builders, Benedict's Collision, Lundquist Furniture, Crown and Cork Waterfront Kitchen, Ludington Paint and Glass. In addition, today's game is brought to you by IRCA Auto Center, Team Jamie Loney 5-Star Real Estate, McGee Insurance, Ludington Chiropractic, and Groundworks Landscaping. Join us again for more high school sports with the partnership between Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.